Preparation is never enough for any creative work. Hi, I'm Nicholas Takeyama, a filmmaker based in Tokyo. I direct, shoot, and edit on my own for commercials, music videos, and feature films. Today, I want to go over the pre-production phase for creating a video content. Pre-production is basically the preparation which happens before the real production. This includes finalizing scripts, creating storyboards, and shot lists, finding crews, location scouting, making permits, and so on. For those photographers out there who are wanting to get into videography, pre-production can be a new concept. It depends, but most of the time, photographers' preparation is location scouting and choosing gears at its maximum. As a former photographer myself, I can say that it is rare for photographers to step into the actual producing of the content. However, this is not often the case for videographers. Videographers and small film crews have to produce the content themselves. Ideas do not come out of anywhere, and it is worthy to note that there's always a script before the pre-production. Whether it is a narrative or a documentary or even an interview video, there is always a script because a video without a message to tell is worthless. Ideas come out from different people depending on the project, and someone has to make it into a script, and oftentimes it is the videographer himself. Finalizing the script. Before the pre-production, script has to be finalized, and in most cases, it will be reviewed by several people including the client who finalizes. After finalizing the script comes creating storyboard and shot lists. There are several ways to make a storyboard. You could always go the old-fashioned route of using pens and papers. Also, digital storyboarding is getting extremely popular nowadays. If you're not a great drawer, some people make storyboard by inserting images, or you can hire a storyboard artist. In any ways, storyboard will be a compass that guides how you shoot and edit. The more you have a clear image during the pre-production, I guarantee the final outcome will be better. Shot lists are made after the storyboard. A shot list is a document that maps out what occurs and what is needed on a particular scene and shots. It generally includes the scene number, shot number, location, shot description, framing, dialogue, and props. There are a couple of the procedures that I want to introduce that people often less prioritize, but it is crucial to create a better content. Location scouting is important, and I highly recommend to go out and see the actual location. I understand it is time-consuming and a demanding task, but there's always things you won't be able to discover without actually being there. For example, without knowing the lighting condition and the space, it will be difficult to pre-decide shooting angles. Gear selection. Gear selection is also a crucial decision in pre-production. Deciding what kind of gears you need would affect how smooth you can operate during the shoot. For example, what if you need a 2-camera setup for an interview, but you are a one-man crew? Then the possible option can be bringing one camcorder like the FS series and one Sony alpha camera. Also, the newly released FX9 is a great option. It operates similar as the FS series and like any other camcorders, but it has a full-frame sensor. It has greater dynamic range, better low-light performance, and it is easier to obtain shallower depth of focus. You would also have to choose what kind of lenses you have to bring. Do you need a wide or a zoom? You also have to consider about lighting and tripods. That's it with the basic procedures of a pre-production for creating a video. Pre-production is time-consuming and it is easy to slack off. But I always wish I have prepared more for every project I worked on. I hope people learn the importance of pre-production and how it affects the final outcome.